17th ever offline TV podcast. This is a
Wow,
very
17?
serious podcast.
I'm not even 17.
Same.
Sorry, go on.
Let us begin. I am DisguisedToast, your host. Today we are joined by Pokimane,
Hi.
Sean,
Hello.
and Lilypichu.
Sup?
Now I'm told that our podcast is now on iTunes, so you might be listening to this
Hog.
through audio on iTunes. Hello, I'm wearing a yellow shirt.
Tell me more.
What's on the shirt?
Offline TV's merch, and I'm wearing blue khakis. You know, we gotta describe ourselves for the audio
They
listeners.
don't even see it in the video.
I'm Pokey.
What are you wearing?
I'm
Pokey?
wearing a bunny hat. And the ears can go up and down. It's really cute. I'm wearing a black shirt and a pink skirt.
Don't lie to the viewers. You're not wearing a black shirt.
Is this not black?
It's not a shirt.
Is that shirt?
A black sweater.
Hey Sean, what about you?
I am a orc, and I'm wearing a pink super dry shirt and faded blue-white jeans.
Perfect. And Lilypichu?
I am wrapped up in a tortilla blanket.
Mm-hmm. With blue satin pajamas underneath.
With cats on it. Patterned cats that look suspiciously like Mimi. I actually learned recently that those pajamas were meant for Albert. My mom had purchased them for Albert. I didn't know, so I've been wearing it all this
Not
time.
even you.
All right, now that that's out of the way, most important thing, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Did you do it?
We're waiting.
We'll give you some time.
We can't
Yeah.
start the podcast until
Until you do it.
like, comment. We'll wait forever if needed.
Oh, there you go. Good job.
There,
Nice.
finally. All right,
yeah, it took you a
now we
minute.
can start the podcast. All right, let's talk about our lives because we have a lot going on.
Whose phone is that? Is that my phone?
Yes.
Oh shit. Wait, really?
I'm gonna
No
throw this-
phones, Lilypichu.
Okay.
Wait, why? Who's
We said
messaging me?
no phones.
Someone's messaging me.
Lilypichu,
Don't
we said
worry,
no
he's
phones.
donating
At least-
$1,000 to
Can I put it on
charity.
silent?
No.
Wait, I can't put it on
Hey,
silent.
can't you do that on the side?
I don't know how. No, it doesn't work. Let me just...
Android
Disgusting.
user.
That's
Let
just
me
a
just
terrible
put it
on
design.
Android.
She's
Oh,
answering the
Megalol
message.
Just
right?
put it
She's-
on
She's like,
silent.
let me
Oh
turn
my
it off.
God.
It's like,
I literally look. Do not disturb.
How'd you
See?
message so many people at once?
Huh? What?
No, nothing.
Guys are shaming me. I'm trying to put it on silent.
We're memeing Lily.
So as you guys can see, we have trying out different sets compared to the basement one.
I like this one. It's cuter.
I like this one, but the white balance is a little bit off.
Yeah, right now
it's
the
like
Do you
we're
think-
all
It's far
Asian
too
'cause we're
yellow.
very yellow.
I mean, we are all Asian.
Whoa, whoa,
but, like,
whoa,
aside-
I watched it.
Hold up,
Listen,
dog.
I'm almost 2% Asian.
I watched that video. It was only like 2% or something.
Does it say what kind of Asian?
Are you trying to minimize the 2% of my heritage?
2% rounds to 0. Alright, guys. We're
So
good.
is it? What's that word people use? Culture appropriation.
Yeah.
Is-
To do what?
If you culturally appropriate Asian thing, is that a valid criticism if
cul-
you're 2% Asian?
Am I culturally appropriate?
Yeah, like, at
fed
what
by
percentage
wearing
is
this
it okay?
tortilla?
Yeah, it's like
No,
Hmm?
it's okay.
I
Sorry,
think
what?
it depends, like if you're how cool you're making Asians look. You're making.
What were
Asians
you
look
saying,
cool.
Lily? I want to know.
she's culturally
Appropriating fed by
Appropriating
wearing this.
I wish I never heard that.
I didn't want to repeat it.
wait, but it's not the Mexicans that came up with tortillas.
I want to Google it, but I won't use my
Don't worry,
phone.
chat can probably
Chat would tell us.
Fed dot dot dot.
Hi, Fed.
All right, so trying our new set. The coloring's a little off
Mm-hmm.
because we have yellow lights and it's really high, and I'm scared to put on a ladder and go change it because I might fall.
You know, we should just have lights directed towards us and have them
We
counteract
can
that
use
yellowness.
Albert's cool lightsaber lights.
The ones used in the music video, they go on the.
Ah, the
But I
professional
feel like
one.
that's not gonna work
He
for
has like
this.
beams of lights, and they can be any color. They're really cool.
Search for a light.
Not right now. No. I mean next. Yeah,
Okay,
don't worry
Sam.
about it.
The yellowness kind of matches like the merch.
Hell no.
We're very yellow, but it does feel a little more comfier.
Cozy, yeah.
Yeah,
We just
we
have a
got,
little white
like-
space here. Lily, could you move your head towards us? Now make your head
No,
bigger.
stand up. Do the podcast
Make your head a
standing up.
lot
Stand up.
bigger. Yeah. Stand.
Stand.
It's really
Stand.
crowded here.
Stand.
Stand. You can move the mic up too. It
Yeah,
moves.
perfect. Now
Yeah.
move the mic up.
Okay, now crouch just
Wait,
a little bit. No. Crouch a little.
there,
Yeah,
There
perfect.
you go.
You're
Yeah.
covering all the white space up. Don't move.
Perfect.
Perfect. All right. So the first thing we talk about.
Even
is...
our blanket matches the yellowness.
Everything goes with the theme.
All right. So I'm participating in a Hearthstone tournament in a couple of days with Janet. She's over. And one cool thing they're doing for me is they're paying for my dinner, which is great. They're like,
love dinner.
you can go and have dinner and expense it to us. So we're just trying to figure out where we should go. So at what point?
Where is it? Oh,
It's in Burbank.
You should Yelp
Steakhouse.
Burbank, like $4 sign only.
But what's the price point where Blizzard's gonna be like, nah, not happening?
Blizzard makes a lot of money, right?
They said dinner.
And you're like their ambassador. You're like the disguised toast. You're like the face of
You
Hearthstone.
think Blizzard gives a shit about their content? Wait, let me say
Yes,
that after
they
tournament.
Do?
They made a tournament with you guys, so to some extent they must, right?
Yeah. So I'm just thinking like how much we should order. $100 between
How
two
many people? Oh, I think you can each
$200.
order $100 worth of food.
$200.
Yeah,
for dinner?
yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's fine.
Yeah.
They're
I've
not
heard
like a small
LCS
indie
players got like
company.
$80 food comp or something.
I don't know.
even
They're pretty stingy though.
They made World of Warcraft.
What are they gonna do? Invoice you for $100? That's free content. Blizzard invoiced me for $100.
Was it like a sign thing, or were they like, trust us, we'll pay for your dinner?
They'll just say all your dinner expenses are covered. Just send us the receipts.
Go hard.
100? All right, let's do 100.
100 each, I
Yeah.
think is
All right,
good.
all right.
Have a
Perfect.
nice din. Go off, King. You deserve it.
And Lily recently came back from Seattle. How was that?
Can I sit?
Answer the question.
I want to see how long you'd last before.
My back hurts.
It's like worse because she has to like
It's
she
not
can't
the
stand
please
straight.
sit.
It's the
The crouching?
crouching.
No, please sit.
I apologize. I tried.
Oh, look at all that white space. Ah. All right. So how was Seattle?
Great.
What'd you go for?
We went for a Husky Gaming Expo, which is like a small convention run by University of Washington.
Mm-hmm.
It was nice. We had a panel. Just chilled. We had a show match. It was really cute because the fans got to pick our champions.
Mhm.
So they gave Box Ribbon. They gave like Special Thresh. They gave Snoopy. Well, Yumi, but he didn't have a so he picked Malphite. They gave me Yasuo and Albie Mordekaiser.
How's playing Yasuo?
Oh, I'm sorry. They can't hear me. That's why. Like I'm really low apparently. Honestly, I could have played anything and Albert would have carried. Like the ribbon
okay.
and Starsh, like it was like really one-sided. So it was it was fun.
Nice.
All right. And here's the Sean question: has fame affected you guys whenever you attend cons not gaming related? You guys get recognized at non-gaming cons? Wait,
Like
do you guys even
anime
attend?
conventions? Anime conventions I get recognized.
But you're kind of like in the anime scene, right?
I don't know, am I?
Yeah, you're sponsored by Crunchyroll, the premier.
Crunchyroll.com/Lily
anime.
for a free 14-day premium trial. Go on.
So do you guys attend non-gaming cons these days?
I don't go outside.
How about you, Sean? When
I got
when do you
recognized.
get recognized?
In a food court mall in Virginia.
Aww.
Like a random guy was like, "Wait, aren't you Shawnick?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Why are you in Virginia?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, it's kind of weird that you're
You
meeting me
should tell
here."
the story of Yvonne's thing today. It's really funny.
Oh,
It's really
yeah, you were the
funny.
witness.
Yeah.
Tell the story.
All right, so we had a reservation at Din Tai Fung, and then we walked up, and like 7 little kids, maybe like 8, a lot of little kids swarmed Yvonne. They're like, "Oh my god, aren't you famous? You're the iCarly girl." And they all started taking pictures like without consent. Like they just like ran up and started like taking selfies, and Yvonne just looks like,
Kill me.
Yvonne is like,
And
in my
me.
opinion, clearly Asian. And the other girl, in
Clearly.
my opinion, is clearly not.
So the girl in question is Janet McCurdy. She's like a blonde
"Yeah,
little
Jeanette
girl.
McCurdy."
Jeanette McCurdy.
How could they confuse?
By the way, I'm only using my phone because Sue's coming over soon and I need her to not be locked out. So it's like important, you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
it's
it's
alright.
fine.
You just pay the fee.
Okay, how much?
$1,000.
Free.
To myself?
Oh.
No, to OTV.
Do I get like 20% because I'm like a fifth of OTV?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's
Wow,
And then you
so
can write it off as a
$800.
tax
Oh
expense,
my
and essentially you're
God.
making free money.
No. So the second part to the story. Basically, the guy who took the photo with Yvonne ran to our table like while we were seated and eating, and then all of his friends came like, "Wait, we looked you up on Instagram. Like, you actually are famous." And they were like, "How are you guys famous? Are all of you famous?" And they were like asking all of us, and we're like,
Wait, how did they find her Instagram tag?
because one like tagged Yvonne, and he came back. Yeah.
He came up and like asked me for my Instagram tag, and I was like, "Should I tag Jeanette Recruit?"
Wow.
Real one. I was like, I was just showing them my real one and just be like, "Okay."
So she explained to them that she's
it's
not
me.
famous.
Yeah.
So she gave them her real tag, which also still has a lot of followers.
Yeah.
So they were still starstruck.
That's
Were
actually
they, were they like
hilarious.
disappointed?
No, they were like even more hype.
Aww.
I think the whole taking pictures without consent and just doing that as a little.
They were like young. I want to say they were like middle school.
But would
Without,
you-
without a chaperone.
But would you ever call
8-year-olds?
them out on it?
They're kids. It's hard to.
Let's say it's like a young adult.
Okay, if it was a young adult who just came up to me and started taking pictures without asking me.
It's like, hey, Lilypichu, cheese.
Okay, that's a little like I would appreciate being asked. You know, it's not like I'm
But-
gonna say no.
But would you say anything? Would you be like, hey, not cool?
No,
kinda
I'd
deal?
probably be too passive to say anything.
Yeah.
But in my head, I'd be like, I really wish he would have asked first.
But Albert would beat the guy up.
No, he wouldn't say anything either.
Oh.
We would just both take it.
It's hella funny because like Yvonne got swarmed,
You
and then
guys are
she
too
looked at
nice.
us.
Oh, Pokey, what would you do?
If someone was like randomly taking pictures of me,
Yeah. Yeah.
like describe the situation.
Not from afar. They should have to run up
Oh.
and risk it.
Let's
Afar is
say,
creepy.
like, no warning. They're like, hey, Pokimane.
Wouldn't it like kind of you'd appreciate being asked?
Okay. If it was at a con, I'd deal with it. Like
Mhm.
TwitchCon or something.
That's-
Like, you know
yeah.
what?
But when you're out eating,
If I'm at some random place and someone's being a creep, I will 100% call them out for being a creep. Yeah, because like the thing is, if not for myself, like I feel like sometimes people need to know that their behavior is inappropriate.
How would you
Otherwise,
call
like
them out? Would you be like respectfully? It's like, hey, buddy.
I guess depends. If it was like creepy or weird, then maybe I'd be a bit more like
Okay, let's say you're
Abrasive,
eating and
but-
he's at like at another table and you just see him do this.
oh, that's
Oh.
weird. That's even. I don't like it when people do that.
if people do
Just-
some shit like that, I just like give them a dirty look or something.
Just ask.
Or okay, couple things. Like if they look like a nice person, I might just go up and be like, if you just wanted a picture, like you could just ask. If they look like they're being weird, or
Pokimane
yeah.
is alpha. Lilypichu beta.
No, I mean like, cause you never know. Sometimes people do that because they are too shy to take a picture. Sometimes they're just like being weird. So it depends on the situation, yeah. But I'm not really afraid to go up
I have
to
a
someone.
story about this.
Was someone
Is that-
being weird?
Yeah, I was in a cafe. I was like few years ago. That some I don't remember. It was like a League of Legends thing, right? And then oh wait, no, was it a League of Legends? I don't remember. But someone recognized me there. But I didn't want to take like I had no makeup on. I was like just rolled out of bed. I was just there to like get bubble tea and like dip with my friend. And he's like, "Hey, Lilypichu, can I please take a picture with you?" I'm like, "I'm sorry, just not today. I don't really feel like sorry." And I just like try to like politely let him down, like. And then he came back like a minute later. "Please, Lilypichu, please let me take a picture with you." I'm like, "Dude, I'm really sorry. I don't want to take a picture like right now. I'm sorry." And then he comes back another minute later. "Please, I really need to take a picture with you. Just one picture, please." I'm like, "Okay, fine." So I just took a picture.
What
and
the
it
fuck?
was like it made me feel so.
Oh, by the way,
uncomfortable.
yeah, talking
yeah.
to your mic.
You
Oh
might
my
want to turn
God.
up, Yvonne. 4.
You should turn up my
Number
mic
4.
actually.
So came back a third time.
There, and then eventually I'm like, I just felt really bad. I'm like, okay, maybe he's just like a really big fan and like this, like, well, you know, that's something I don't know. I just kind of justified it, and then I took a picture, and then he finally left, and then I went home. That's my story. It
How
made me
did you
uncomfortable.
feel when you finally took the picture with him?
Really uncomfortable. I'm like, I don't look like I don't smile yet. Okay, alright, bye.
Have you ever seen that picture on social media?
No, I don't want to.
I saw someone take a picture of me sitting beside someone at a TwitchCon airport who is
Mhm.
obviously another like streamer, content creator, and they were like confirmed dating. Like
But you were
Wait,
sitting with
literally?
another guy?
after TwitchCon, flying back to the same city that we both originate from. Who would have thunk?
Wait. They took a picture of you
At
Yeah.
the
with
airport.
at the airport.
Yeah,
with the
yeah,
fry.
yeah. Like sitting at the gate, like just sitting, talking,
Y'all
at
are
the gate.
weird.
That's essentially
and like
marriage.
it was one of those sneaker,
It reminds
like
me of, like-
sneaker pics, like
It's like
super
it's
far.
like paparazzi shit at that point. Like, oh, it's
Weird.
weird. It's so weird.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of weird people. They take pictures of you. I generally see. I do this thing I mentioned before, where I see someone eyeing, because we go out and sometimes people are eyeing us. I just be like, "Hey, you want to take a
Yeah,
picture?"
yeah.
But like, there's always a small part of me. It's like, man, what if he's not looking at me?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, who are you?
Yeah, it's like, sorry, I was looking at Pokimane. But it's always like, you want to be nice.
I'll usually just like wave and see if like they reciprocate.
Yeah, make eye contact. Like,
Yeah,
hey,
yeah.
like stuff like that. And they're usually like, hey, can we? Then they're like more confident.
Yeah, it's nice to be able to make someone's day.
Oh my god! At I think like 2 meet and greets ago. Yeah, 2 meet and greets ago. I like finished my meet and greet line, and then I was like, cool, donezo, and I went and like sat on this chair bench thingy. So I'm sitting like checking my phone. I've been standing for like an hour, so just going through stuff, blah blah. This guy comes up to me and he's like, "Hey, are you Pokey?" I was like, "Yeah, what's up, man? This is my meet and greet." He's like, "Do you know who I am?" I was like, "No." He's like, "I'm your #1 fan." I was like, "Oh." And I started doing this thing at that meet and greet where I was asking people like, "Oh, what kind of content of mine like are you a fan of?" Because like League, Fortnite, ASMR, it could really be anything at this point.
Right.
So I was like, "Oh, what kind of content of mine like do you like the most?" And he couldn't even really respond. And I was like, "It doesn't really sound like you're my biggest fan or whatever." And I want to explain the situation, but it's really hard to describe. He was like staring very intensely into my eyes. Like, when someone's just holding eye contact a little bit too long,
Yeah.
they're just looking and like they're
Mhm.
talking at you. Like they want to make you fall in love with them just by staring at you.
That's
Right? Like that's so uncomfortable. And he's just like looking. And like I didn't really know what to say, so I was like, "Okay, like do you want a picture?"
Yes.
And he's like, I guess. I don't know. I was like, "What do you mean you don't know? Like, what else would you be here for, right?" And there was like more awkward back and forth. Finally, like fumbled out his phone, took a picture, whatever. And I could sense that he was like gonna hover and talk about random stuff as much as he could. And I had to like get somewhere at some point. And there were other people like coming around that also wanted pictures. So I was like, "All right, man, like, nice talking to you. Bye." I took some other pictures, and then once that crowd cleared again, I started like going around the area, and then he found me again, and he was like, "Hey," more awkward dialogue. Someone else came up. I was like, "Bye." And then a third time. The third time is the real good part, okay? The third time he comes up to me, doesn't preface anything. He just goes, "Hey, have you seen my phone?" I was like, "No." And he's like, I brought it to the meet and greet earlier. Like, have you seen it? I was like, "No, but like you could ask the people in charge if they have like a lost and found or if they found it." And he's like, "But like you were there. Have you seen it?" Like, "No."
Oh,
Wait, not
gosh.
phone. He said keys. He was like,
Uh-huh.
"Yeah, I went to my car and I don't have my keys anymore. Have you seen them?" Like, "No idea. Ask the people." He doesn't want to ask the people. It's like, "Oh, okay." And I was with Hannah, my agent. And he's like, "Would it be okay if like I just like Ubered with you guys because like I don't have the keys to my car?"
Oh my
And I was
god.
This sounds like a
And
murder
he didn't even
mystery.
like ask the people. So it was a bit of an odd situation. Like if you really lost your keys, wouldn't you ask the people in charge? Anyway, so I was like, I'm not leaving right now. Me and Hannah have a meeting. By meeting, what we really meant was we were gonna go get food. Like we have like a dinner meeting thing. But if you like don't have a way home, like I'm happy to order an Uber for you. Like that's no skin off my back. I just order him one and he gets home safe, right? All good. It's like, "So yeah, no worries, like I can get you an Uber." And he seemed kind of like disappointed and he was like, "Okay, I guess, but like where are you going?"
Wow, this is
And Hannah-
painful.
He had a
And-
whole plan in his head. It's like perfect.
You didn't really think
And
was gonna work.
it got even better. Hannah was like, yeah, we're like going to dinner. We have a meeting. And he's like, oh, okay. Like, I could just go with you guys and then Uber home with you. I was like, you're not gonna come to our goddamn fake meeting with us. Okay, sorry, that was a really long story. And then like more fans came up, so I went to take a picture and Hannah was like, I'll handle this, and she handled it, and I asked her later, didn't even end up getting an Uber from her. So yeah, I think it was all just a ploy to somehow, I don't know, get into the same Uber as us.
That sounds dangerous.
It's a yikes.
I
It was
mean,
yikes.
look, the dude shot his shot.
He really did.
Quite a few
Oh, I
shots.
felt kind of bad because I think at some point he was like, oh, like, I'm really nervous. Like, I don't usually, like, talk to girls. And I was like, ah. And, like, I try to be understanding and as kind as I can. And I've been in multiple situations like that. And usually I'm just like, it's fine. And, like, if you're shy about that kind of thing, like, you know, just practice. But this guy, like, he was pushing it with the keys and the dinner and the Uber and the... I was like, that's too much, yeah.
Is someone here?
Ooh.
She's sparking, so someone might be here.
Do you think he's watching this stream right now? Remember that time we were going through creepers on your Instagram
Yeah.
and we pointed one out and then
Mhm.
he instantly messaged you. It's like, I know you're reading this. It was the scare. It was like,
Monka.
That sounds pretty scary.
yeah. But when it comes to fans, the hovers are generally the worst ones. Not the one who are like just a little rude or like whatever. It's the one that hovers.
They don't leave you alone.
They just
and you don't know how to
hover.
tell them to please leave me
Yeah.
alone.
Look,
And so you try to make an excuse saying like, hey, I gotta go get dinner with my friends, but then they're like, oh, where are you going? And then you gotta find a way to lie, like, never mind, I'm not hungry, I'm going back to my hotel. Oh, which hotel are you at? And then you have to try
What's
to
your
make an
hotel room number? Could you make an extra key copy?
What time do you sleep?
Then you have to make another excuse like, hey, just sorry, we're gonna go do our stuff now. Oh, okay, this is really funny. I was streaming with Destiny once. We were at a mall. And then we had a fan meet. And then I think some of his fans, I think, wanted to get dinner too. But like, this too big of a group. We couldn't. There's no way. So we were like, all right, sorry, bye. And I'm like, I knew they were still watching the stream. And then Steven's like, man, cut those fuckers. Let's go ditch them and then go here instead. I'm like, what are you doing, Steven?
They're gonna see, yeah. I do
Oh.
want to say large majority of fans are
Someone's
super,
here?
super nice. And even
Yeah.
the weird situations, like most people don't mean bad, so...
yeah.
And if he ever does watch this, sorry about telling the
I
story,
mean, I
but
think
yeah.
those are like the
I hope you found your car keys. Which
Yeah.
definitely exist.
I think
I'm just explaining an odd situation. So.
I think like those are like like the minority, right? Vocal
fuck.
minority. Most people are like super nice.
Still makes an
super,
interesting
super-
story, luckily.
I know. I do like those stories.
I remember going to like a Blizzard event, and my station was kind of set up in the public area where
Mhm.
people could kind of like walk
There's
around
hair on
behind
my
me.
face.
And every now and then a fan will like sit down and like talk with me, and it's usually fine. It's like, hey, what are you here for? Chat for a bit, and then
Mhm.
they like say, oh, it was nice to meet you.
Aw.
I had a fan pull up a chair, sit down, it's like, hey, hi, how's it going? Oh, you're streaming, huh? And then just talk with me for like 2 hours
Oh my god.
while I'm streaming at a, oh man. And it was like, I was trying to get him to give him hints. It's like, oh, thanks for stopping by.
Mhm.
It's like, oh, no problem. So what are you doing
Oh,
here?
no.
And eventually, I saw another streamer walk by. It's like, hey, buddy, do you want to like join me for a second? It's like, hey, sorry, the streamer wants to talk for a bit. It was great
Mhm.
meeting you. He's like, oh, I get it. And it's like, walks off, stands by the
No!
station, and waits.
No.
Oh.
And then after the streamer has to go for another thing. It's like, and then she just sits back down. It's like, hey, gets right back into it.
Oh, no.
The worst part is like he thinks he did the right move by like getting up to let you sit with the streamer. He's like, okay, cool, now we're good, and then he comes back.
Oh man.
I feel really bad because, like, in those situations, like, they don't mean
Yeah.
I just
bad,
wanna, like,
but it's
talk
also
to
like
you.
sometimes people have like so much to learn when it comes to social cues, and that's why it's
You can't sacrifice your own comfort for like strangers, or else
Yeah.
I feel like they just, even if they don't want to, take advantage of that.
Yeah, I had to hide chat because it was just filled with like, tell him to leave, tell him to
oh
go away.
god.
And after that, when I ended my stream, he's like, hey, so I'm going to Canada for like 2 weeks. Can I stay with you? He did not
The
stay with me.
audacity.
But
That's funny.
yeah.
I'm like, he probably like, no, I gotta like try.
Yeah, it's
I
like,
feel like
hey,
a lot of this mentality is like, I
I'm
have
in
to
the
try.
area. The streamer's in the area. Maybe I can stay with them. But yeah, hovers are a difficult. I would say the most difficult fans to deal with because
You don't want to be mean.
you don't want to be mean to
'Cause they're just
someone
fans,
who
you know?
Yeah.
is just
So,
socially stupid.
no.
Inexperienced is the
Inexperienced.
politically correct term.
Yes.
Like if someone's being a dick, it's easy to deal with
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, but they don't have like bad intentions.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
That's
Like,
the
they
just-
hard part.
And you want to like tactfully let them down.
And I think it also kind of sucks because you can imagine maybe like even knowing that you don't have enough experience and sometimes getting advice like just put yourself out there, just like take
Try it,
opportunities that you
yeah.
see, and it's like, oh, I see DisguisedToast sitting alone, this seems like an opportunity, let me take advantage. It's like I see the idea behind it, but the social cues, making sure the other person's important,
But,
is also
you know,
important. I mean,
We will never make fun of you for it to your face. We just tell the story in front of thousands of other
On the
viewers.
podcast.
All right, let's move on. First things first, we gotta plug our stuff,
sup?
like our brand new offline TV merch. The
Poggers.
summer's here.
Yeah.
and it's
Mhm.
time
That's why
to
it's yellow.
get-
Yellow means summer.
Let me just hold on.
Are you gonna beat your dog again? I'm kidding. She doesn't beat her
As
dog.
long as it's off camera.
So this is our brand new shirt. It launched yesterday. It's very like very comfy,
Colorful.
very wholesome.
Yeah.
It's not like streetwear,
Mm-hmm.
but that might be our next big thing.
Yeah.
Should we go streetwear like every single esports brand?
I think we should see what sells best and then decide.
Oh yes, delicious.
You know what? I like this so much. I'm gonna wear it now. You can show nipples now.
Can you?
If you're a guy or both.
If you're a
or-
guy, you can
That's
show nipples
sexist.
now.
Are you sure?
Yeah, they recently changed that rule. I've definitely seen men nipples.
Is it not like contextually dependent?
I'm changing shirt to plug our merch. Context wise, I think we're in the clear, right?
But if
Wait,
Yvonne pours
okay.
water on you, it's
You're
doomed.
changing now?
I mean, I wanna rep some offline TV merch.
I
right?
respect it.
Alright, go ahead. Can I browse my phone while you're
Wait,
changing?
hang on. Maybe I can put this that exactly over
Yeah.
my nipples. Yeah, it's alright.
Which one do you guys like more, that one or that one?
I like this one.
So this one's a little.
It's a
more
little hard to
subtle.
see.
Yeah,
But it looks better on other colors though. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
you can find all designs on offline.
And there are different colors as well.
That's true. OfflineTV.gg
So how are we
slash
gonna wear it?
merch.
changed your mind?
He's already wearing offline TV merch.
It's a lot of work to change.
You can put
Yeah.
shirt over a shirt.
You can change without taking off your shirt. Like you know the method. You know, the gym locker method where you're too self conscious to show yourself to other people, so you have to learn how to change.
Subtly.
How do you guys feel about this streetwear phase? Everyone's doing like Fed stuff is streetwear, Mo stuff is streetwear, 100 Thieves stuff is streetwear. Basically, anytime I see a streamer come up with like merch, it's like, wait, this is just the same thing but with different names on it.
It's like I feel like it's one of those things. It's just a good design. Like it's simple. It appeals to both genders. It's black mostly. It's like very straightforward. So it works, and that's why so many people do it.
Okay, for everyone in chat saying Pokey, listen. I was the first one to work with Meta Threads, okay? And actually, they didn't even contact me. Like, I saw their shit. I loved the style, and I had always wanted to make merch that was more wearable day to day. And like streetwear is just something that I think is like
Yeah, and it's
so good looking and is like the closest fashion style that can mesh with gaming.
It's also a way to support like the streamer.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
While
Yeah.
just having a good design.
Yeah, so I mean, it kind of sucks that I do agree to some extent. It kind of starts looking the same, but it's also like when you're working with the same company.
Yes.
Yeah.
Unless you
Yeah.
have very specific ideas, it's probably going to end
The
up very
most
similar
important
to
thing
others.
is it looks good.
Yeah.
Which is why people do it,
Yeah.
which is why people wear it.
Yeah.
Like the old school style of merch was just like splat logo or like
Logo on shirt, yeah.
clip art. It's just like that's
Mhm.
not cool to wear out anymore.
Dude, that's been one of my biggest points the whole time that I've been a streamer. I'm like, we're not doing that. Mm-mm. We gotta phase away from that. We gotta phase away
I
from
still
that.
slap my art onto shirts.
Wait, oh, is this what they do in
Your
the
thumb-
phase?
Phase
thumb goes
away
under
from
your
just
middle
putting
finger.
your
I
name
like
on a
banter
shirt and selling
shirts.
it.
phase up, bros. All right, let's talk about drama. Because everyone loves drama. I actually haven't heard about this one. XQC gets killed and teabagged by Nate.
Hi, Sue.
Hi, Sue.
What is she doing here?
Can you pet her?
Oh, wait. Sue works for Twitch. Let's drill her on all the bans and stuff.
She about to walk right out the door as fast as she
You want
walked
to put your
in.
job at jeopardy?
Bye!
Changed and showed his nipples on you, but he's changing shirts. Would that be allowed?
Oh, perfect. We have a Twitch employee.
Like, Sue said it was cool.
Can I show
She
my
said
nipple?
nope. She said she's not going to talk about that kind of stuff, just for the record.
XQC gets killed and teabagged by Nate Hill.
Wait, I didn't hear about this.
XQC then kills him and then trash talks him on stream, which resulted in Twitter fights.
What?
Oh my God, this is like
I've never heard of this.
It's like
First
some
World
childish-
2019 kids in Fortnite killing each other and then going on Twitter to shit talk each other situation. Can we roll the clip? Oh, here it is.
I didn't watch this either, so I'm
Wait,
excited.
can we?
Can you full screen you?
Well, I mean, like, minimize the.
Can you click it so that it's in the forefront? On the left. So you go to the other monitor. Oh, yeah. Oh, there you go. Perfect.
Yeah, there you go.
I feel I don't. I mean, I
that
feel like I
guy's
would do
teabagging.
better on this map if I knew the map.
We're like a World Cup, dude. Enjoy playing with literal children online. Fucking idiot. Enjoy going to the Fortnite after party at World Cup with literal 10-year-old drinking fucking Sprite. You fucking cock soy boy.
I feel I don't. I mean, I feel like I would do
gets
better on
teabagged
this
by
map
Nate
if I
Hill,
knew the
who's a
map.
Fortnite player.
Yeah, I know, Nate.
And then he says like, enjoy your World Cup after party with 10-year-olds, you cuck soy boy.
I don't even know what that means, but it sounds like.
Oh,
Yeah, so
here's
this
the
is-
Twitter thread.
Yeah.
Alright.
So Nate Hill says responds to the clip.
Wait,
Wait, scroll up, you
wait, yeah.
So Nate Hill tweets
Sick.
it out first.
They-
Yeah, okay. Nate Hill, thank you for the well wishes, XQC. Best of luck to you as well to find a game you're good at.
Oh
So he's
my-
flaming XQC, saying like you're not good at any
Damn.
games.
So Demetrius, the funny part is how terrible he is at Fortnite. He's talking about XQC as well.
Mhm.
All right. 1,000 likes on it.
Wait, scroll down, Yvonne. There's like more.
Hang on.
The funny part is you being signed to an org, and there's still not a single person who knows who the fuck you are.
Oh my god.
A huge org. I'm sorry. I remember I saw that tweet. I didn't see all the other context. Not gonna lie, that was a massive L to take. Massive L to take.
Okay, I'll be honest. I don't know who this guy is
That's
either.
why.
I don't know who he is either.
Ooh.
I do have to say though, as a streamer, you gotta pick and choose your battles, man. I want to know this guy's thought process to be like, I should really flame like one of the top streamers who plays a majority of games. And I don't know if this guy's like a pro player, but even then, you can only flame when you know it'll be funny.
We're talking about XQC. He shouldn't flame.
No.
the Sir Demetrius guy.
Yeah.
What he should have
guy on
done was
100
challenge
Thieves.
XQC.
Ooh.
It's like to put up like
As a response, that would have been bad.
not like kind of backing down. Because when you back down, like all their fans is like, yeah, XQC, put him in his place, little
Yeah.
bitch boy.
Like, if you're gonna go ham, you gotta go ham till the end. But also, I recommend just picking and choosing the times when you go ham, and maybe don't do it against XQC.
Yeah.
Do you guys ever say anything or flame anyone when you like get matched up against a content creator?
No. Only
You-
like
you
a
wouldn't?
solo queue player. I would never
Never.
do it to like a content creator.
Really?
Because I don't want to make them look bad in front of like their.
Like, let's say if I was good at League.
Sorry. No, go on.
If I was good at League, I'm not. But like, if I get matched up into opposing junglers who are like streamers,
Mhm.
and I beat them, I say stuff like, "Yeah, better jungle wins," kind of deal, right?
Well, that's not that bad.
That's not
Yeah,
that bad.
that's
It's
not
like
bad
a
at all.
little banter.
little bit of banters.
But like, what's the equivalent of teabagging in League? Emote flashing?
Remote flashing, maybe?
I guess. Or
Yeah.
dancing after they die.
Because I feel like teabagging is like normal in FPS. No? Like it's not like, oh my god, I can't believe he did that. It's just
I mean,
like
it's BM, especially because you're doing it to another streamer. You're making them look real bad.
Oh, backing.
Oh, back on top of their body.
Spam question mark.
Question mark. Albert!
well, I think it's like if you know you have the kill, like Lee Sin first Q lands, and then you back, and then you hit the second Q. It's pretty BM.
Like stuff like this doesn't really happen in League, right? Because even though content creators get matched up all the time. Yeah. What do you guys think? Just, you know.
I thought that whole situation was fucking hilarious.
I think it's exciting.
Yeah,
like,
I
it's definitely
agree.
like I'm okay because I'm
As
not
a viewer,
in it.
you like seeing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just funny banter, right? I don't think they take it too personally.
No, I think Nate and XQC are like, it's like slight beef. Like they're not friends, but it's not banter in the sense of like friends banter. It's literally like one dude roasting the other and the other roasting the other.
Why would they have beef with one another?
I don't think it's like serious beef. But it's also like, again, not like friendly banter.
We need more of that.
I agree. Yeah, XQC took it personally. That's how I see it too.
Yeah.
Like, forget cuck soy boy. By the way, Lily, a soy boy, it comes off of the myth that like drinking soy milk raises your estrogen. So it's like the opposite of an alpha guy or an alpha man.
I like it.
Makes sense?
I see.
But that's not true. Soy milk doesn't do that.
I love soy milk. Tastes really good. That's my contribution to this conversation.
I love teaching memes. That's the only thing I can teach.
Hi.
All right. Oh, let's talk about the artifact stuff.
Oh yeah.
How it became like the place to stream everything but artifact.
Oh,
People-
porn!
That was funny as
Porn
fuck. I wish
and
I
the
watched
shooting.
Gachi.
more.
And then like initially it was just like memes, like Gachi and like sometimes porn. But then people started uploading like beheadings
And the shooting,
And
the
shootings.
full live like video.
Yikes.
and eventually Twitch kind of had to step in and made it so you need 2-factor to be able to stream to kind of like
That's
stop
good.
the yeah, it was pretty crazy. And what they were doing was they were showing porn and a hosting channel with thousands of viewers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That happened to me.
Did you check it out?
No.
How did you know it was porn?
Because I saw a clip. It was after Alinity got banned for it.
Yeah.
Mm.
It was but leave it up to the internet to take a meme and then just start going to beheadings and shootings.
That's a little
Yeah.
too
That's
much.
too far.
Pretty messed
Did you
up.
guys check out the artifact section when it was going on?
No, I just
No.
saw clips too.
Did you?
You did.
A little. I was looking at Gachi wrestling. It was naked men.
Uh-huh.
Is that
And how was
That's what
that?
drew you to
Wait,
the category?
Is that a thing?
It was buff naked men wrestling.
I mean, like, do guys actually wrestle naked?
No,
or
no,
is
no.
it part of a porn?
It
Like,
was
sometimes
set
we
up
do.
to porn.
Oh, okay. Just wondering.
And I was just curious, like, because we always see like Gachi base in chat, so they were playing it, so I might as well check it out. So just 2 buff dudes wrestling, like completely naked, and things are flopping around,
Oh, wow.
but there was no actual.
Are they
Porn.
straight? Are they gay?
You want
I
to
didn't see anything like that would indicate they were gay.
I'm just curious.
That's
For,
pretty
I'm just
funny.
curious for science. I'm just
Do you guys know where Twitch spoke out about this?
On the Twitter.
I think it's interesting that they actually spoke out about something like that because typically they act more than they justify, if that makes sense.
yeah.
So I honestly thought it would be the kind of thing that like they try to deal with behind the scenes but don't like publicly talk about.
I think it was
that's
just
something
giving
interesting to know.
Twitch such a bad reputation because like publications were picking it up saying that
Ah.
artifact.
Okay,
is now
that's
the place.
probably why.
And they had to be like, hey, we're putting our foot down.
We don't condone this kind of behavior.
Yeah.
I guess that's typically the line then. Once it gets to like mainstream media, then they feel the need to.
Yes, public
Have a
pressure,
statement.
advertising. They care about this stuff. They don't want their good money being used in conjunction with gay sex Not that there's anything wrong with being gay or having sex, but you know.
But on the wrong platform, it could be considered inappropriate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. TFBLADE drama. You know, TFBLADE fresh off his 30-day ban from Twitch, now involved in more drama.
That shit was so funny.
Yeah,
so,
I can't believe it worked like
there's
that.
no other word that I can use except funny.
All right, to give some context, TFBLADE, popular league streamer known for hitting rank 1 on EU, so people are like, they know who he is. He's super skilled, you know, pretty funny as well. Recently, his drama is his editor, his YouTube channel editor, who apparently was receiving 100%
of the channel revenue.
Yeah.
of the channel's revenue, which is never heard of, by the way. I don't know a single YouTuber or streamer who gives 100% of his earnings to his editor. Kind of like publicly flamed TFBLADE once TFBLADE fired him, and TFBLADE said like, oh, you know, he wasn't working out, gave him some chances, and then this editor essentially trying to expose TFBLADE like a terrible person. And I'm not sure if we can show. Are we able to show?
Yeah.
All right, let's
I have
show. Let's
everything.
show this editor who calls himself King Editing.
I think we know enough about him just by the fact that he would name himself King Editing.
Yeah.
He's saying like he's not able to pay rent anymore. You know, TFBLADE is putting him, making him homeless essentially.
So TFBLADE this evening, out of nowhere with no warning, removed me completely from management of his channel. In the couple months after my last paycheck, won't be able to properly pay my rent, and a majority of my future plans I now can't do.
I heard different.
Could you click on the others?
I heard TFBLADE gave him like
Many
multiple warnings.
Yeah, we'll read
I
through
heard
everything.
it wasn't like
A channel that I myself built from 0 to 200,000 in 1 year. I did every single thumbnail, every single video, every single tag and title, with the exception of times I outsourced videos for a couple months to help with production, but I continue to do the thumbnails.
oh, is this long?
And all the management involved has, for the past couple of months now, been telling me how the channel isn't growing, the way I'm handling it is incorrect, and the things of that nature. I want things to be creative, saying no copying other channels, but he also criticizes. What does that say? Can anybody read that?
No.
Basically, it's TFBLADE giving him feedback.
So how is he saying no warning, but then also linking him saying he's not happy with it?
He definitely admits to like messing up. And like TFBLADE tells him like, yo, you're messing up.
The growth, as if the two don't go hand in hand. I'm not allowed to use clickbait, titles, or things that draw views, but also is mad the channel isn't growing faster and getting more views. I do this for a living, and he checks the channel and randomly thinks he should have
Basically, he's
many
saying
YouTube
like,
subs.
He
you
knows,
know.
I
he
agree
knows
that-
the YouTube world.
I grew the channel from 0 to 200K. It's my content.
he made the
technically.
channel from 0 to 200K is what he claims.
I unpopular opinion, but I see where his frustrations are coming from. They just had a bad deal, if that makes sense. Because it is fair to say, like, this guy put in all the work, but he was getting paid all the money. So I think in that sense, it was fair. And also the content is TFBLADE, so ultimately he needs to understand the content is also, the channel is also ultimately TF's. There's a Mo clip apparently. Do we have it?
Oh yeah, Mo kind of like really flamed the shit out of him.
Ooh.
But let's look
So
at
I only
this
have
one first.
I only have TFBLADE's side, but
Okay, you know what the story is about, right? It's about the editor. How he's not... King is no longer an editor for our channel. That's what the story's about anyways. And yes, I did kick him because his attitude and motivation just not the right fit for me, to be honest. Let's start all the way from the beginning, okay? So I was an MLGB, yes? And then, instead of going professional play, you become a streamer. So what happens is, King is already editing for Metaphor. And then Metaphor is like, who's your editor? He's like, oh, it's King? Wow. Like, with a disappointment. Because King left Metaphor and came to me for editing. And we went from there, yes. So the first 2-3 months, I wasn't a big streamer either. I had only had few views, like 1,000 max, 2,000 maybe. And the first 2-3 months.
Big, by the way.
Wait, turn off music. Oh yeah, you're right. Okay. Fine. Listen. Okay. So the first 2-3 months, while not having such a big channel, I was paying this guy out of my own pocket like 50, 60, and then he just kept going up to like 80. Let's say yes, we went to 80 without really having ad revenue on YouTube. Because, you know, 2-3 months, it takes kind of a while to get ad revenue. So that happened.
20 minutes
Once we get ad revenue, every channel, maximum they give is 50%, almost.
Or it's not
I was giving King 100% of the revenue until now, where he's kicked. For the full year, he had 100% of revenue. I didn't touch anything. Anything I get, it was going to him. This was only to motivate him to give daily videos or upload the channel. Now, you guys are witnesses, right? For the past year, what was the maximum daily videos he did? Well, he claims it to be 2 weeks. Correct. 2 weeks max. For a freaking year. I was just telling him. Now, with that little context that you said, let's go through what happens. So after waiting a year, yes, what I tell him is...
So I think he started off paying him and then just gave him
Switched
full
over.
rev.
Yeah.
For a year, right?
Let's check out the Mo clip. You might have to click the
Twitch link.
Streamable.
Yeah.
And then he said TFBLADE's been spoken to me about it a lot in the past, and I kept trying to improve every time he spoke to me, but I kept slipping. That's the fucking reason he removed you, you degenerate! You kept slipping! I admit this completely, that's why he fucking removed you! Are you brain damaged? Like, what? What kind of And then he said,
Brain damaged.
For context, Mo is the reason why Mo is passionate is because he's good friends with TFBLADE as well.
Yeah.
So we all, except Sean, have editors, right? If you're comfortable, what's that kind of deal you have? So I pay my editor flat. Like for every video, it's like X amount. I thought about doing revenue sharing, but then it's like when you look at the income and like do the monthly stuff, and it's like it's just too much. I'd rather just do like flat fee. The more video you put out, the more you get paid, right? What do you guys kind of have?
My situation's complex because I have like a channel manager and editors. So the editors I typically do a flat fee, and then the channel manager I do a mixture of flat fee and rev.
Makes sense.
Percentage.
Because like the reason you do revenue share is
It's
to motivate them.
someone,
It's like, hey, the better the channel do, the more money you get.
Mm-hmm.
How about you, Lily?
50%.
50%, which is
I think that's pretty good.
really good. And also, does your editor do a good job, you feel?
Yeah. I love you, Gary. I love you, Bodity.
Yeah.
100%.
That's a lot
crazy.
of motivation.
Yeah.
But also, it's also a little scary.
Clearly, it gave him some entitlement.
Yeah, because if you have 100%, I guess I don't know how long they had that deal for, or like the contract.
A year.
A year?
100% is so much.
Yeah.
Like,
it's really
I already
unheard
think
of in this
50% is,
industry.
like, really a lot. So I thought, like, he got 100% of...
Like you're
That's a lot.
given this material to work with, TFBLADE, who's like really up and coming, especially after his rank 1 climb to, like people would love to watch his content. And apparently the channel just never did that well, and like he wasn't getting his daily uploads.
I thought it started going well, but he just wasn't uploading enough. I'm gonna check.
He complained a lot that it was a lot of work because like a lot of copyright music was played, and like he would do a lot of no cam, no mic streams, which you probably can't use. It would be entertaining, maybe.
I
he
guess
gets good views, like 200K ish.
I guess for me, it's like if I fire an editor, I don't expect them to go out on social media and try and like
threaten to put it all up on their channel and strike.
Oh yeah.
Wait, can I talk about the best part? The girl that was like, he
copyright.
cheated on me, by the way.
What?
Yeah, they're like having all this beef, and this girl's like, yeah, and he cheated on me.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
And apparently, when she initially came out about him cheating on her, like told her to delete it and threatened to like leak her information if she didn't.
This guy's fucked up.
Yeah.
Wait, why wouldn't you
The
just
other
take a
girl's
screenshot of
also an
that?
editor, and she's really good.
Oh.
So like, what this King guy ended up doing was like saying to TFBLADE, "Oh, by the way, I can just take your content, edit it, and
Oh,
it's
that part, I was
transformative."
like,
That's not how this
Quiet time,
works.
kid.
yeah,
Quiet time.
you should just stop.
So basically, he was like threatening. It's like, "Hey, I'm just gonna take your content and make it my own because I edit it and it's transformative content." Like as a fuck you to TFBLADE.
You know, the best
That's such a
part
weird thing.
is, like, the edits that he does are so minimal. You can't even argue that they're transformative. Like, you literally couldn't. But yeah.
Yeah, and the girl's like, "Oh, by the way, he cheated on me." It's like, oh man, like when you get fired, just say, "You know what? Thanks for the opportunity." Tell people, tell the next streamers that, "Hey, I edited for TFBLADE."
Ultimately,
things
it's
didn't work out.
TFBLADE's channel. Yeah, if he doesn't want you, it's like
I guess that's just not how he sees it. He'd rather just like
I-
burn
I-
all the
I-
Because
bridges
he
ever.
sees it that he made the channel.
Yeah.
he was.
But he got paid
hired
for it,
and
Yeah,
too.
he got
paid to
paid
Yeah.
to do it. Like
He
he
was
got paid to do a
Look at the
job.
commission work
Mhm.
almost, you know. And if you're not happy with it anymore, it's thank you next. You know, most people are just like, okay, thank you for the opportunity. They'll probably put like, oh, I edited for TFBLADE on their resume and like look for new channels. But this got blown out of proportion.
But now like new like streamers are gonna look at this and they're gonna be like, oh, I don't know if I want you to be my editor.
Yes.
I wouldn't want.
Like whenever a streamer looks for an editor, like they'll ask other streamers like, "Hey, have you worked with this person before?"
Yeah.
And there have been cases where it's like, "Do not fucking work with this editor because he is like batshit insane." And sometimes I would say like, "Yeah, he's an okay editor," because I've had 3 editors and the first 2 were okay, but you know, weren't working out. I just told them, it's like, "Hey, you know, thanks for editing for me." And I always set expectations like, "This is the last month. I'm gonna look for other stuff." No, all right, sounds good. Thanks for the opportunity. Not a single one of them went on social media. It's like, DisguisedToast is a piece of shit. I made his channel what it is. It's like, yeah.
I think generally, if you leave a job, you want to end on a good note, right?
Yeah.
For references,
Even if you
etc.
don't want to, you
It's
should
always
because
good
it's
to
better
know.
for you.
Yeah. So
So yeah, editor drama. People don't really see it because editor are super
I
behind the
swear to God, all the editors have like their own secret Discord.
They
and
do.
They hella
do.
do, and they have their own community, and like there's like editor talk, and I hear bits and pieces from my editors. I'm like, dude, they're a whole other like ecosystem. You guys are so mysterious and mystical.
Fed can get in there.
Fed,
He can unlock the
I
knowledge
used to
for
edit
you.
my videos. Get me in. I know how to use Vegas.
Oh, I'm in the editor
Same.
Discord. They're like all together.
Really?
They're like,
Why are you in it?
I was looking for work. You can go in there and ask for work. Sometimes
Oh,
That's cool.
that's cool.
I went in there and said $500 for the person who edits me my Dark Souls death compilation. Never used it.
Oh my god.
Wait, I'm not a Fed editor. Fed, I asked if I can edit like one offline TV video, and they
And
just
we said no.
yeah, they
We
just-
said no.
They laughed at me. Guys, I'm not like terrible. I would make it charming. Derpy, yes, but charming.
You should have an edit off with Fed.
I actually think if each of us like edited it, I think it'd be cute.
I don't think your channel could handle that
Oh,
kind of
goddamn it, I
hit.
think it'd be cute.
In other news, 100 Thieves, our friends over down the street, making some money moves. Courage, Fortnite streamer, joins the house, and now they're calling the house the Cash App Content House. Is that the official name?
Yeah.
Yep.
The Cash App Content
Yeah, 'cause
House.
it's sponsored
I
by
don't like
them.
this.
And the LCS
big
team is
sponsor.
like the mortgage something house.
Rocket Mortgage
Rocket
Mortgage
House.
House.
So it's not the 100 Thieves house, it's the
Mhm.
Cash App
That's
house.
so
Yeah.
weird.
That's actually
Yeah.
probably one of the best and easiest like kind of sponsors to get, like a
Name
house
your house
sponsor.
something else.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, the name of your house doesn't come up too
true.
often.
I would name
But
I would name our house the McDonald's house. Like for example, if we got sponsored, 100%.
for example, hypothetically speaking,
hypothetically,
the
Chipotle
Postmates
house.
house.
the Postmates house,
Postmates
I
house.
would,
Postmates
I would
house.
100% do it. To be
Wells
honest.
Fargo
Yeah.
house.
That might confuse people. People might come over and be like, "Hey, you guys at the Postmates house?" And like, "Yeah, sorry, we don't do orders."
But I would do something like, it does sound a little weird to call your house, the Cash App Content House.
But if they were like nicely sponsored and their house is being paid for and all that good stuff.
And like their podcast setup, it was by the company.
Pros outweigh the cons. I think we would do it too.
Ultimately, when people talk about it, they're gonna say it's the 100 Thieves
Amazon
house.
Prime house. Eh?
Yeah.
Actually, it would be cool. Amazon house. We could make it jungle themed.
Like Amazonian people?
Yeah.
Okay.
Death by Snoo Snoo.
Who would sponsor us, Offline TV?
No.
Who wouldn't?
Yeah, that's a better question. I like that positivity.
Who would you want to sponsor?
Definitely Postmates. I freaking love
Postmates.
I
Red
think
Bull.
that's we have to think of something that like we all use.
eBay house.
Postmates. What about Uber Eats? You guys prefer Postmates?
Uber Eats has McDonald's,
I prefer DoorDash now, honestly.
I think Postmates has McDonald's. Yeah,
No,
they
no.
do. I ordered
Uber
it
Eats-
the other day.
Wait, Uber Eats has like an exclusive contract, no? Oh,
Not anymore.
nice.
Netflix house.
Netflix.
We don't need
Oh.
Netflix sponsorship. If we get Postmates sponsorship, we get free food.
It'd be cool if Netflix made our own show, though.
Yeah.
How
With
cool
the
is
stipulation
that?
that we get our own show on Netflix.
Shouldn't they pay us for that anyway?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work.
No,
like
they
you
pay
guys
us to
think
act
you'd want
in
your
it.
own show, you really don't.
East meets East.
Yeah.
Hey, you're 2%.
Close enough. Round all the way up.
The Chipotle house, any food related thing, I think would
think would
go
be
great
good,
for
yeah.
us.
Oh yeah, what's the most expensive like?
If Netflix actually came to you guys and they're like, "We want to do a show about you," would you do it?
Hell yeah.
Well, depends.
Really?
It depends like how they approach. Because if
But it also means like you literally can't do anything for like months.
I'm okay with
I
that.
wouldn't have been doing anything for months anyway. Let's be honest here. Keep your dreams and goals realistic, guys. The Waffle House.
I would love to be on Netflix.
I think it'd be cool.
I want.
Your legacy lives on
We
forever.
can make our own anime.
No.
So
It'll
So
be, I
Crunchyroll sponsorship.
think we'd probably do an office style.
Office style would be funny.
Where we're playing ourselves, but like played
A little
up.
bit scripted.
Yeah, I think it would be easier because none of us can act.
Mm-hmm.
I took acting classes, okay? And improv.
Okay. So they're doing a podcast sponsored by Cash App. I feel like we should be getting paid.
Yeah,
How many
I feel
times have
like
we said the word Cash App?
I use Venmo.
I don't use either.
Okay.
Let's talk about the juicy shit, all right?
The juicy shit.
Cool. Courage joined 100 Thieves. Love them. Love the 100 Thieves people. Hell yeah. But now there's a new rivalry in town. FaZe versus 100T. Dun dun dun.
So
Wait,
recently,
That's a rivalry, really?
Nickmercs.
New rivalry.
Nickmercs, super big Fortnite streamer, who originally put out 100 Thieves, puts out a statement. Effective immediately, I'm no longer part of 100 Thieves. Not like, yo, I'm gonna miss my bros, had a great journey, thanks for looking out, brothers, love y'all. I was like,
like, I need to
effective
move
immediately,
on.
I'm out. And then like 5 days later, joins FaZe.
Did you like hear about all the stuff he said in between those 5 days?
No. What do you say?
All right, so yeah. Like to keep up with the news. Okay, he said on his stream, and he also made a video talking about this stuff, or like kind of highlighted his stream. So basically, him and Nadeshot, when they initially started working together on 100 Thieves, Nadeshot promised Nick 5% equity. And apparently, he ended up getting equity but far less, or like the promise wasn't met. And that was very disappointing to Nick, especially because he never took a paycheck from them. He wasn't paid like creators typically are on 100 Thieves or on other orgs. So yeah.
Wow. I didn't know that. Knowledge.
Yeah. I have no idea like how much equity exactly he ended up getting, but I think I would say sub 1% if I had to guess. But the interesting thing about that is like this all happened because of like this 5% that he didn't end up getting, right? But if you think about it, like if you're someone that's starting an org and you're like, hey, like I'm gonna go in with my friend on this, blah blah, yeah, I'll get you 5%, especially once like the investors come in. The investors come in and they're like, we're going to give you millions of dollars, but we demand 49% of the company. You can keep 51% majority. And you're like, do you want to like 44? And they're like, no, we're gonna take 49% and you can keep majority. Because I'm pretty like I think that that's how those talks would go. And you're like, are you going to say no to these massive investors that include like very famous people or otherwise? So you say yes to that, and then you have no more room to give the 5%, because if you give 5% from like Nade's side, you lose majority ownership, which is like fucking massive. And you can't really get 5% anywhere else. So like, what do you do in that situation?
I'm guessing
Drake. Like, are you gonna say no to Drake?
Oh yeah, Drake was one of the people who invested in 100 Thieves, right?
Yeah.
I think so.
Because like they had a picture
Oh
together.
yeah. That's
that.
true.
Imagine Nate try to explain to Drake, all right, so there's this guy Nickmercs. I love you, but yeah, I mean it's a tough situation, and I'm sure Nate Shot tried to like offer other things that's not equity to like smooth things over.
Yeah.
But
I would think so too. And that's the thing, like I want to say, Nate Shot, super nice guy, like does not seem like the Skamaz type. And I don't think he would do that intentionally whatsoever. And obviously, like, by the fact that he didn't really speak about the topic, and if he did say anything, like, it was very amicable and calm, he very much wanted to be on good terms with Nick, and it seems like they just couldn't come to a compromise whatsoever.
I mean, 5% is 5%, man. You promised the man 5%. Sometimes.
What would you guys have done in that situation?
Give him 10 mil. I think there's an article saying like 100 is worth like
100 mil,
100
so
mil?
5%
So
would be 5
5
mil.
I'm just like,
million?
listen, I'm gonna
That's a
give you
lot of
10
money.
mil.
I don't think you can.
Wait, you can't give someone 10 mil?
No, from
Do
his
you
own
think
bank
they
account.
have 10 mil
Yeah.
to just spare?
Something they have to
Maybe.
pass the board of directors, like all these old suits. It's like, yeah, we're gonna take 5 million off our cash flow
Yeah.
and give it to this guy.
Was there never like a contract signed with,
Ooh.
or was it like a hey, we're friends, like trust me?
I don't think so.
Yeah, that's
so
something really
confused.
common in the esports scene. A lot of it is like verbal. We fucking have verbal agreements. Like one of us should just peace out and like, yeah, no, they promised us 10%. And the rest,
I feel like people say like Pepega verbal, like verbal means nothing, but people get sued over verbal shit all the time.
I think it's legal up to a certain amount, and it's like $500.
No way.
I mean, you could even sue if there is a contract,
There is,
and you're like Tfue sued, even though he signed it.
yeah, there's like you can sue if there is a contract.
Yeah, verbal
but,
can be binding.
Yeah.
But like, how are verbals like handled? Can the other guy just say, no, I didn't hear shit?
You would have to try to prove that that happened somehow.
How do you?
So
Like,
it's
if
like
there's, like,
if you,
DMs?
yeah, like messages or texts or whatever
legal
else.
up to 10K value.
Because if you get
No
caught
way.
lying, it's doomed. You know.
It's really hard to prove.
I think
Especially-
just word of mouth is hard.
Yeah. I
Well,
mean,
most people have like a paper trail if you really look, right? Like
I mean, do
receipts.
we have a paper trail?
To some extent. Yeah, we do actually.
We do.
Yeah.
That says
Like
10%.
presentations and stuff.
We have like slideshows.
Documents, yeah, shit like that.
We
Even
do
that.
have like
A PowerPoint.
and-
Like, we take it to the lawyer. Does this
like
count?
you could, you
floppy disk.
could.
You could argue that, yes.
But yeah, oh man, 5 million. I'm just trying to imagine.
What would you do if you had 5 million?
I feel like you'd have to give more than 5 million because
What would
they're
you do
losing
if you had
5%.
to choose between Drake and millions of dollars and having your company take that extra step, your baby, your dream, and then your very good friend that you promised 5%
I'll just ask
to?
Drake, can you make a music video with Nick?
I
Nick would be like,
yeah, I guess
yeah.
it's easier to patch things over with your friend than it is to explain to Drake why you can't sell it to him. Cause like, but at the same time, like you won't ultimately be able to fulfill your promise of 5%, right?
Yeah.
What would you pick, Lily?
You own a company, and you promised you promised me 5%, and then
you come to find out once investors roll in, they demand 49.
and they keep putting in $500 million into
Wait,
the
why
company.
And Drake.
I can't do both?
How?
No. The
No.
company wants 49%.
Because then you wouldn't have majority share.
I don't want to deal with this. I just sell my shares.
No, you have to be part of the company.
I have to?
You have to.
Yeah.
be
You
part of-
own the company.
Okay, can I just sell it?
Then the investors won't buy it.
Lily!
Oh.
You are a terrible
Yeah.
businesswoman.
This is why I don't own a company, okay?
What about you, Sean?
I would definitely sign with Drake. I would just find a way to make it up to like my best friend. Well, my best friends would probably forgive me. They'd be
Aw.
like, listen,
And well, no, what your best friend's like? I want 5%. You promised me, dog.
Dog.
I'm like, dude, I'm gonna make
That's
so
how
much.
Nick
I'm gonna
talks,
make,
dog.
I'm gonna make so much money. I'll give you like a lot.
I want 5%.
I
By
can't
the way,
do it.
I'm not in any way confirming if that was the situation. That's just like what I've tried to put together and infer from how business typically works. But yeah, go on.
I want 5%.
Give you 5%.
Okay, now you don't own majority, and
That's fine.
investors are like, well,
We can do
now
whatever
we can
want.
take over.
Yeah, no, that's the thing.
Oh, that's what you mean.
Yeah.
Okay, give you 1%.
You what? You promised me 5%.
But you'll have to understand, right?
You understand.
I'm pretty sure that's what happened, literally.
Yeah, that sounds like a.
It came out that I believe, like, from what journalists or whatever the heck have said, he got equity, but it was far less than what he could initially have, which I assume is around 1%.
The betrayal is what hurts, not the money.
Oh.
The
I
trust is
see.
gone.
What if you sell the company and then give you the money?
And then you give up on your hopes and dreams.
Yeah, and then start another company.
That's not
Then I
how it
preserve
works.
the friendship.
So anyway, things look like it didn't work out. So
It was
Nickmercs
very interesting.
ended up joining FaZe.
Yeah, that's the crazy
That's
part.
yeah.
Which is
Flashback to the Banks tweet. You're a
Yeah.
fucking piece of shit. I'm
Yeah.
gonna make sure that you regret this.
Oh, I know that tweet.
Oof.
because like normally if you just joined FaZe, it would be like, oh, you just joined another company.
Yeah.
But this was a week after the leader of Banks
Mhm.
called Nate Shot, the leader of 100 Thieves. What was it? A piece of shit. You're gonna regret this,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna,
make
live
sure
to
that-
make sure of that.
That's a very threatening statement. A very
Why
strong
would you ever tweet that
statement.
publicly?
I don't know.
That could just be used for
Even
so
if
many
you mean
things.
it, like, why would you?
You know, he's
Running
really
on emotions,
passionate.
I guess. Right?
Mhm.
Yeah. So do you think they went to Nickmercs and said, hey, you want to make Nate Shot really upset? You know, join our company. It happened really fast.
I mean, it's also a good pickup. Like, it's not like you're picking up a random person to get back at someone. It's like, I think Nickmercs
It was
is good.
in both of their interests.
A common enemy joins two people together.
So yeah, it looks like there's a rivalry brewing in the Fortnite scene.
I want a rivalry too with Offline TV.
But we have no one to rival with.
I'll make my own house.
You want to make your own house?
Yeah, call it the comfy house. Yeah,
And then end up
And then
selling it
what?
and making a new company.
and I'll promise you 5%.
You'll give Toast 5%? Can I have 5%?
Yeah,
Okay, I'll make sure it's
I'll
successful.
give all of you 5%.
If Drake approaches you,
I
And
don't
then
want.
she wants to
out.
buy
just sell out,
49%.
Lily.
I don't want Drake.
Why no?
What?
I want Constance Wu.
I'm leaving the podcast.
Wait, what?
Constance Wu.
Yeah. Yeah, just some drama. Like like esports organization always runs into this. We sometimes talk about it, but we have been making steps to make sure everything is in writing, so that when we betray each other inevitably one day,
What?
we can sue each other.
Come on, we would never betray each other. The ties of our friendship are too strong for that to happen, and we will weather this storm
I'm sure
no
you
matter
thought
what
that
comes
before.
our way.
Yeah, this is the
That's
kind
probably the speech that was given to get Nickmercs in.
I'm not on the same page. I don't think
Yeah, Nickmercs probably thought that as well. It's like, you know what? We're all buddies
This
here.
is my homie.
Yeah. Lily, I would betray you so fast if Drake came and put like $10 million on the table.
I wouldn't.
I would.
Okay, well, that's fine. If you betray me, though, you should give me a cut of that money for the price of betraying me.
And you'd be happy with that.
Yeah.
So instead of the 5% I promised you, I give you nothing, but I give you
How many millions of dollars are we talking?
1 million.
Okay.
You can't give those millions though. It's not your money. It's the
Oh.
company money.
I will give
Unless you give a million of your own.
$1 million out of my own pocket. Would
fair.
you be okay with that?
$1 million?
$1 million.
In
The
return-
company is so the 5% is worth 5 million, but I'm gonna give you 1 million.
Okay,
You okay with that?
sure. It's better than nothing. I could have gotten nothing.
Would you prefer Toast gave you like his time?
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Just hang out with me.
And like he has to hang out with
Yeah,
you. He
It's
can't.
worth
that.
$1
Yeah.
million.
I want 1 million hours of hangout time. Wait, is that even 1 million seconds? How do you do that?
Just do 1 million hours.
Okay,
1
give me
million
the
days.
I feel like I've contributed nothing in this conversation.
It's okay.
It's okay.
You're doing great.
I try to
You-
listen and I'm like, I'm
You have the
following
comfy
along.
perspective.
I'm
Yeah, you're
following
playing the
along.
role of the innocent-minded.
No, it's more like I don't know what we're talking.
Someone's gonna steal all her money someday.
Okay,
Imagine
so
if Albert is just, with you so that one day he can empty your bank account.
Oof.
you wouldn't do that. I actually offered to give him all my money.
What
He said no.
Oh, he's going for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
He's waiting till it's more money,
Yeah.
and then
Then
he'll
she
take
buys
the
a house and puts him in her will.
Ooh.
And then he's going to push you off the stairs.
Can't imagine that. That would be such a plot twist if all this
Mhm.
time Albert's like kindness was just like a facade.
It happens to people, though.
That
He has
is
like
in
too
real
many.
life.
He has like too many
crazy.
talents to like
Yeah.
just
It's
throw it
Too,
away.
like,
You know.
I don't think Albert's like that.
No, really talented.
That would
Maybe-
be a plot twist.
Maybe
though.
too talented. You know what I mean?
Maybe he's not human.
too nice.
All right, let's wrap things up here.
Oh, is it over already?
There's one last segment. Sean, are you getting sponsored to talk about this movie?
No, so we can skip it if you want.
Dark Phoenix.
Oh, that's the one where
Who?
Sophie is in, right?
All right.
Want to hear some Game of Thrones drama?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Game of Thrones. That's more interesting than Dark Phoenix.
I've been browsing the Game of Thrones subreddit and our free folks quite a bit. And our free folks was very, very upset at Sophie Turner because she slammed the petition to remake the season finale or something as disrespectful to the showrunners and etc. Right? And then they, in turn, like turned against Sophie Turner. Sophie Turner turned against her. Get it? Turned against the Sophie.
They turn it against
Yeah.
her.
Mhm.
Those are
Fitting
really
name.
interesting. And then, Free Folks recently achieved like this goal, like Amelia Clark's charity event, and she actually mentioned them. And then they got like over 1 million subscribers now. And then someone tried to post that charity on Game of Thrones, but the mods removed every single bit of it. So there was like it was like really interesting to read. I'm like, I never knew there was so much like okay, sorry. I've been getting into Game of Thrones recently. I bought the books. They're really good, guys. It's like really good.
Nice.
That was my contribution.
So yeah, I mean everyone's upset with Game of Thrones stuff, and like some of the actors are like, you know what? Sorry for disappointing the fans. You're right. We could have done better. And
Aw.
Sophie Turner was more like, you guys are entitled and ungrateful kind of deal.
It's most of the people are upset at D&D, the writers. They call them Dumb and Dumber in the subreddit. It's really bad.
Wow.
Damn.
They slam the writers, but most of them don't like blame the actors. The
Yeah.
people who did the makeup, the effects, and they like to say like, yeah, the actors did as much as they could with such a bad script.
Oh, did you see that clip of the bald guy Varys during the script reading? So like,
I saw that one too.
It's like a candid thing. Like he doesn't know he's being filmed.
yeah, they were just doing the script read, and he like finds out he's dead. Like, he just goes like he throws it on the table.
I saw that. It's
Really?
Yeah, and then Cersei's actor is like patting him on the back, like he was legitimately pissed.
Jon Snow's actor actually was like Kit. What was his last
Kit
name?
Harington.
Carrington got depressed afterwards too. I think. I heard
That's
like bits and
actually
pieces
so
of it.
interesting.
like,
Being
very
able
He
to
was
see the
crying
actor.
at the table read when
Wow.
he was tearing up.
Honestly, like it's been like a show that's been spanning over a majority of a
Yeah.
long
Yeah.
time, so it's probably all their hard work and
Mhm.
passion. It must suck if you work that hard for something and like everyone doesn't like it.
Have you guys been watching Chernobyl?
I
watched an
it. Is it
episode.
good?
What'd you think?
It's pretty interesting. I like that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
I'm
Was it,
waiting
like, same
for Albie
writers?
to come back. I'm excited. Everyone's talking about it.
it's good. It's definitely like a new good HBO show. There's only 5 episodes though,
Yay.
and they've gone through 4 already.
Wait, what do you mean?
It caps at 5.
Why?
I think they're just doing a short series.
I see.
But yeah.
Skara said that show's keeping HBO subscriptions like alive, pretty much.
Yeah, it's a mini series. So you guys haven't seen it?
I've never even heard of it.
Chernobyl. Oh, it's
Very
about
cool.
so Chernobyl is when
Nuclear.
a nuclear explosion happened in Ukraine,
Nuclear plant.
Russia,
Yeah.
and then like radiation.
So there's like zombies.
No,
Or,
no, no,
like,
it's
just-
based in
No, like,
reality.
yeah.
Oh,
I was
This
hoping
actually
there'd be.
happened.
I thought it was like zombies too. When Chernobyl was like, oh yeah, radiated zombies. That's so cool. But no, it's like a documentary almost.
Because that kind
Oh.
of stuff like actually
Happened.
fucks with people's health
is the
There was-
time?
and can kill people.
Is the time
Sorry.
period?
What?
What's the time period for it?
Like
Mm.
80s.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 85. I think it was.
I don't remember.
But yeah, can you imagine? You know, just down the street, like in the opposite of the end of the city,
Oh
an
my
explosion
God.
happens, and like everyone in the area,
It's affected, like,
it gets like radiation
Permanently.
sickness. You either die right away,
or you.
or you gain like super cancer,
Ugh.
and you die like within a week. Or if you're living further, you get regular cancer, and you
Oh my
die
God.
within like a year. And like if you're further, you die within 20 years.
That's so scary. Like, if that happened, we're just fucked, you know?
Yeah.
I think we. I don't want to say take for granted, but like, you know what I mean? Like, LA is a very popular city and etc. I'm very happy that nothing has happened so far.
My
Same.
dad gets worried because we're on the West Coast, right? And we're in LA, which is really populated.
My parents get worried about
earthquakes.
Trump all the time.
Yeah. My dad worried about North Korea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My parents worry about earthquakes and
Yeah.
tsunamis and stuff. And I'm like, you guys get flooding in New Jersey.
Yeah.
Which one would you rather have, earthquakes or flooding?
Earthquakes.
Or, sorry, earthquakes or
I think-
hurricanes?
Earthquakes.
Earthquake. I think.
Hurricanes. It's just
could-
wind.
No,
no, you
it's-
could get thrown into like the
hurricanes
Wizard of
cause
Oz.
Yeah.
blackouts. Once there was a fire in our backyard because a tree fell in the water because the winds were that strong, and then we had to
Oh my
evacuate. It was
God.
like really bad.
We haven't had like an earthquake where like the ground splits and you just like fall into the
Okay,
core
stop
of Earth.
that. Everyone keeps saying like,
I've
yeah,
never seen
Southern
earthquakes like
California
that.
is like overdue for like a big earthquake. I've been hearing that for years.
I'm going back to Canada. Free healthcare.
Free healthcare. I went to the doctors. They told me it's $300 to look at me.
Yeah.
Oh, and forest fires too.
And that's just looking. You just wait till they start
Doing
doing
tests.
anything at all.
And then the prescription is like, I just left. Like, I just saved myself $300, and I haven't been coughing since.
So who's the real?
if there is
Winner?
universal
Winner.
healthcare within like actually like 3 to 5 years, I don't think I would want to live here anymore. Even that is a long time to wait for it, I think.
Why is their healthcare so bad?
How do you guys do it, you Americans?
Oh, I just pray I don't get sick.
What if you do get sick? What if you have an accident?
It's something that like you really have to make sure your employer is getting for you.
That's so
And typically that's how
nerve-wracking.
kids are covered as well.
Oh, don't
But then
worry.
once you're past a certain age, you're not covered anymore.
GoFundMe. That's our nation's
Oh,
healthcare.
no.
What about like
Wait,
the
sadly
average
it is.
Joe? Like,
GoFundMe.
every-
You like literally don't go to the hospital.
GoFundMe. Hope it gets traction.
Mm-hmm.
It's sad.
Very sad.
Yeah, it actually is like really scary. Yvonne got like sick before, and we had to go to like 3 different doctors, but it was all on the same day. And then it was just like, yeah, you can go home. It's free. And it's like, wow. Because like I have to pay, or I don't like my parents pay for my health insurance,
Mm-hmm.
and we just have like Kaiser our whole lives.
Like, imagine you like break your leg and you don't have health insurance, and they have to take X-rays.
And then you have to stay there overnight. Like if someone
Like,
can't
it's-
come pick you up, I don't even know.
Like, how do you even feel better about yourself in the hospital when all you can think about is like, oh my god, I can't
Crippling
afford
debt.
this.
It's really bad if you might die and like you don't want to get in the ambulance because it's that expensive.
Yeah, it's apparently like a couple thousand.
Yeah.
You're crippled in real life and you're crippled in death.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, free healthcare, best thing ever.
Alright, just pray you don't get sick. Uh-huh.
Free healthcare seems pretty good.
Healthcare. All right, let's wrap things up here. Anything coming up for you guys? I'll go first. What you guys think?
Mhm.
I have my Hearthstone tournament on Tuesday, where I'll be teaming up with Janet, playing against Crip and Bunny Fufu, and we play
Ooh.
against like international opponents. So that's gonna be interesting. were scored against the other NA team, so I'm pretty confident.
I believe in you.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun. Probably going back to Canada soon. You wanna go back
Really?
together?
Wait, for
Honestly,
how long?
kind of, yeah.
For
I
how
wanna visit
long?
my family.
Are you guys from the same part?
Last time you went
Same city?
Like 2 hours
You
away.
left
We would
for
fly
Not
to the same
city.
airport.
Yeah, yeah.
months.
Probably leave for at least 2 months. You know what, Pokey? We should just make offline TV go to Canada.
Yeah, I'd be down.
And
That's
like,
pretty
My
cool.
parents would be really down.
He said
how
1
long do you
month.
want to stay? Like, let's say
2 months.
2 months.
A month.
Let's do 2.
A month or 2.
Your parents will like it if you stay for
They'd
2
be
months.
so happy.
You want to make your
They
parents
would
happy,
cry.
right? And I want to make your parents happy for 2 months. And everyone in offline TV.
I think that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, we'll get an Airbnb for
We
2
still
months.
get to do our jobs. It's not
stream
that big
together,
of a
do
deal.
Canadian shit.
I think a month is safe. 2, maybe. We'll see.
All right.
Depends when.
Minimum 1 month, maximum 2 months.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you guys have to come.
So you'd
Yeah.
be staying max 2 months?
Max 2
Yeah.
months.
I'll stay here.
No. You have to
No,
come.
but it's like summer. It's not that bad over
What
there.
the
I don't wanna
fuck?
go to Canada.
If you don't go,
It's the offline TV
we will
trip
literally
you've been
kick
asking
you out of
for.
offline TV. This is the
And we're,
business side.
we're not gonna give you your 5%.
Yeah, that
We're
5%
gonna give
you
it
had.
to Drake.
Good thing we had
Okay, you
a
can keep-
comfy,
You
friendly.
can keep the 5%, but I don't want to be kicked from offline TV.
No, we're kicking you from offline
Oh.
TV.
We'll
as
give
well.
you 5% and kick you.
What the fuck?
Dude, Wendy's in Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can
What,
hang out
do you
with
not
Wendy.
like Wendy?
So
Wendy,
you
are you
hate
watching?
Wendy,
Wait,
huh?
haven't you guys been friends for a long time? You wouldn't want to see her?
What year are you even doing
That's
this?
just
Yeah,
weird.
get on the show.
You don't want to meet my parents? My mom loves you. You know this.
Oh my
She's like, Lily's so
God.
funny.
You want to meet my sister?
Alfie.
Albert will come too.
He's coming.
We'll have a room for him.
Yeah.
He's not gonna go to Canada for 2
And
months. Good luck
then-
convincing
Why
him.
not?
We'll make sure he can't ever enter this house again.
Jesus Christ. Okay, let's talk about this after the podcast.
So, Sean, you're going to Canada? Yvonne's going.
Yeah, sure. I'll
She's
go Canada.
Canadian.
When did I say I was going?
You're Canadian. All right? You would love the chance.
Okay, yeah. I miss Tim Hortons.
I
Yeah,
miss
there
Tim
we go.
Hortons too.
Timmy's.
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 So
Let's get
good.
them ice caps at the Timmy's and use
Yeah.
a loony.
Did you know you can get an
Yeah,
ice cap
Timmy.
mocha? It's even
ice
better.
Cap mocha.
Hmm
It's
Eh?
just a frappuccino.
ice cap. Loonies and
good.
toonies.
It's an ice
Eh?
cap.
All right. Pokey, besides your upcoming Canadian trip, what else do you have going on?
I'm probably gonna be in France this month.
What?
Yeah, with
You
Fed.
liked it that much? I heard France was dirty.
No, Paris is dope, but I don't think we're going there. Either way, stay tuned for some IRL streams. Also, today I played Getting Over It, and I got over some of it. It was very enjoyable. I'm probably gonna play again tomorrow and lose my voice.
Did
So,
you
yeah.
get over it though?
Some of it.
No.
I think I did okay.
No.
Yeah.
First time.
No, I found out you were playing because I was at the Starbucks down the street,
And yeah.
and I heard.
Dude, I heard so much screaming in my room.
I'm so sorry. Like
That's hilarious.
I couldn't
I love it.
control it.
No, I know.
No,
You should
we
be-
It's
understand.
good.
I
Did
got
better.
through. No, I think I did okay. I didn't beat it, but I think I'm doing okay.
Probably did better than me. I played that once and I'm like, I'm not playing this ever again.
If you actually beat it though,
Mhm.
I'd be really fucking impressed.
Really? Now I
Wait,
want to
what
do
if
it
I
just to
beat it
impress
too?
people.
I'd
Fed
be
didn't beat it
impressed too.
either.
I don't think anyone in this house beat it.
Wow, I could be the first. Okay.
Does everybody know? Or you guys know how far further you have to go?
Yeah, I watched a speed run of 2 minutes. It's 2 minutes and something. It was insane. He did everything perfectly.
Wait, now that I think about that, if it's 2 minutes while doing everything perfectly, the map must be pretty long. Oh no.
It's pretty long. Like he's doing like super jumps and skipping areas that
Wait,
takes
this-
us
this-
10
Like
minutes.
pickaxing to like the tiniest pebble and then throws them up. I don't know.
Yeah, good luck,
Wild.
man. Good
Thank
luck.
you.
Sean, anything coming up for you?
My other work launch, it's like video Friday, and I have gifts for
Oh
you guys.
yay!
Oh wait, gifts
I
where?
love gifts.
Well, I have to like package it for you guys.
You don't have to package.
You
No, you know
don't
what? I
have
prefer
to
if you
have
gave
to.
the gift bare because package is just more recycling and pollution for the server.
That is true. Do you hate environment?
I mean, it's okay. If like a bear attacked me, I'd hate the environment. But anyways, I have gifts for you guys. It'll be coming soon, very soon.
Okay. For future context, if you have gifts, you shouldn't tell us and then say it's coming later because it kind of raises our expectations.
I mean, there's actually no gift.
Oh,
You just asked
okay.
me like if I
Okay.
had anything coming up, and I lied. I'm just kidding.
So what's this app you're working on?
It's a dating app
Aw.
for gamers.
Ah, gamers.
Yeah.
So
Gamers.
Does it have like
so you could use it for like other things, not just dating,
people are gonna use it to fuck? All right, let's be honest.
or
is-
make friendships.
It's for gamers.
No one.
They're gonna
uses
use it to
any kind of
duo
social
queue.
media app
Twitter.
for that's meant on a one-on-one basis for friendship.
did.
Every time
Oh,
I
you
use
mean
Tin-
like Tinder?
every time I use Tinder and the
You
girl
use
says
Tinder?
I used it once
Okay.
as
Okay.
as a
Every
meme.
time you used it once.
And it
Go
said
on.
just looking for
Down.
friends. I'm like,
Yeah.
Good girl.
bitch.
X.
That's what I did.
And I would have said, bitch. Get your ass off Tinder, alright? No, ain't nobody looking for friends here. And the guys who says they're looking for friends, they just want to bang you later on. And they think it's easier if you're their friends.
Cool.
What was I saying? Oh yeah, dating app.
Yeah.
Cool.
So like it's for gamers to find gamers?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Cool. Alright, Lily, what are you working on?
Not much.
Cool. Cool.
Temmie looks good.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah, Temmie does look
I
good.
do love my dog.
Alright, Lily, this is the outro, so it has to look good. Fill the white space.
Like she's a goddamn slave. We're almost done, by the way, Sue.
Alright, perfect. Alright, chat, that's gonna do it for a little more to the left. A little more to the left. Lily, a little more to the I'm talking to Lily.
Wow, Yvonne listening to the
Yeah,
orders.
okay, a little more to the right. Alright, now higher. A little more to the left. A little more to the right. Okay, you're good. Thanks for watching our podcast today. Don't forget to, well, they remember to like, comment, subscribe. We'll catch you next week on the 18th ever offline podcast. I think we're going to try something different. We've been floating some idea around, like doing the one where we all sit in our room and then do a podcast like online style.
Let's
Yeah.
do it.
And chat's going to be like, you fuckers live in the same house.
It's
Why-"
gonna be so funny. I love making chat mad.
Yeah.
It's just more interaction.
We're going to do the Twitch style podcast.
Fuck yeah.
And then we'll have a special guest.
Oh yeah. Is
Stay
it
tuned.
Destiny? Who knows?
Stay tuned
I
next
actually
week
don't
to
know.
find out.
Yeah.